Hello guys, as you see I changed my name. This is Teddy Bear Fun. Let's have some fun! Let's load our game. We stopped on June 13th, so let's get going. Hey Dad.
Hey, honey.
As I got in the car, I noticed my father looked... It looks like one word. Looked troubled. Looked troubled. What word is that? It should be spaced. It should be looked troubled. Clutching at his steering wheel and staring straight ahead as something was really bothering him. Is he regretting sending his daughter away now? What is it? Does he know about what's gonna happen?
About what happened yesterday. I'm sorry for yelling at you. Does your cheek still hurt?
They should make a route with the dead. It would be funny. No, it's nothing to worry about.
I mean it. I shouldn't have laid a finger on you. You know that you're my most precious daughter. You're all that I have.
It'd be funny though. A daughter, father love route. It would be really, be inappropriate, but it would be funny. You get what I'm saying. People do stuff like that on YouTube stories, and I've watched stuff like that for gay sons and stuff, because I love those. Oh, and happy late Pride Month. I support it because I'm transgender. As you could see on my wall, I did yesterday, real late, a video for Pride Month. Yeah, he couldn't bring himself to say what he could never say to me for such a long time. I always wanted to hear those words to affirm how he really felt, but I guess even now he couldn't say it to me. Let me guess. I love you. I turned my head away to look out the window, no point in waiting for something that was never gonna come. And like that, he began to drive, and the conversation between us ended. Decided to focus my attention on the passing scenery. We were taking the usual route to grandfather's house. It was located within the vicinity of the school district, but it was all pretty far from the school and from where our house was. He had always lived alone, but insisted on doing things by himself. Even at his age, living in such a large house. I wondered, did he pass away with no one at his side as well? Sounded so lonely and sad. Then how were your father made? Huh? You have to have a grandmother if you're gonna have a grandfather, if you're gonna have a dad. Think about it. It was strange that he decided on living all alone in a large estate. If anything, he could have lived with us. Though he and my father probably would have given each other the silent treatment the entire time. Maybe living alone was preferable to that. I actually haven't visited him for quite a while. Visits to the house were more frequent when I was a child, and I had grown up long since then. The time I visited him, though, I thought he looked just as he usually was, happy and healthy. But things changed in the back of my mind, I know. And he would have to leave one day. It wasn't like humans could live forever. So why did my heart still feel so heavy? The car ride was mostly spent in silence till he spoke up again.
How was school? Maintaining your grades, I hope.
You should care more about your daughter's feelings than your grades. Yeah, I've been trying my best as of so far.
Trying? That's not really doing the best you can, is it?
Who cares? Trying is better than doing. At least she's trying, you idiot. With my father, only some words I said were filtered through his ear. It was difficult to keep up a conversation without eventually talking about academics or my future, even if it was something loosely based on it. He always found a way to interrogate it without ever
Anyway,
talking.
your belongings are in the trunk. There isn't a lot, so I'm sure you can manage bringing them inside the house. After all, you are on the road to being independent now.
Yes, I can manage on my own. The silence resumed between us. I really wasn't sure what to say around him, especially when most of the time we didn't hold the same opinions. One question did linger in my mind, though. If he was going to justify acting so nonchalant at Grandpa's funeral, I had a right to at least know. Leave it alone. There was no use talking to him about it. It would be like reopening a wound or reapplying a bruise. I sighed. He gave me a side glance out of curiosity but didn't pursue it further. Typical. I wouldn't want a father like this. Never in a million years. I leaned against the car door and stared out the window, really trying to think what would this place be like. I had been to my grandfather's house often, but it was one thing visiting, it was another thing actually living there. How would I manage living on my own without any training to be a homeowner? I knew naturally the bills would be paid by my parents who inherited grandfather's stock to the corporation, but I'd never lived independently before. Thinking about it made me feel like some kind of bird being pushed out of the nest. Though I was technically an adult, I felt unprepared and a bit daunted at the prospect of actually moving into a new place. Most people my age would be ecstatic moving out. After all, it would symbolize some kind of change in their life, like being the road of independence, but it felt like it was nothing of the sort. I really hoped I wouldn't let my parents down. I wouldn't want to let grandfather down. What would he be saying right now? I gazed up at the passing clouds in the sky. If you're out there, grandfather, how would you be doing? Would there be anything you'd want to tell me at the moment? Of course, no answer. What was I doing? Searching for an answer and not having that would or would not exist. I ducked my head and stared at a blur of trees and car form the car window. My head was definitely going into the clouds for the moment. Wait, I found myself being driven off to my new house. The car rolled to the stop and I drifted out of my thoughts. Now that's a nice house. I would love to live in a house like that. Even though I'm not girly and all, I know that if I lived in a house like that, I would say a lot of anime, a lot of gaming, a lot of stuff like that. Oh my god, it would be so decked out in that kind of stuff. The people that hate it wouldn't even want to be there. And that's a lot of my family.
Here we are. Go on in.
Alright, tell Mom I love her.
All right.
I love you, Dad. Come on, tell her you love her. Okay, you asshole. No, make sure to come by and visit us often. No, I'm going to miss you a lot. Nothing other than a blank stare. I paused a bit before reaching for the car door handle, waiting for any form of goodbye, but he didn't speak again. I sighed and exited the car, hearing my dad pop open the trunk. The bags I packed last night were large enough to carry only the things I needed. Okay, here's the thought. That is a jerk hell asshole of a dad. If he can't even tell you goodbye, I love you, or anything. I wouldn't want a dad like that. I don't even know my real dad, and I have a dad that takes care of me for my life, and me and him have been in a fight, and I tried to apologize today, and He hung up on me. He hung up on me. I feel like I have no dad. But what I can say is I'm happy I don't have a dad like that who can't even say I love me. That he loves me. I took him out, placed one bag on each shoulder, and closed the trunk. He then drove off, leaving me alone in front of the mansion. I watched the blue car fade in the distance off the road before turning to see my new home. There it is. It's huge. My grandfather gave me this. It's hard to believe. The house was framed by glass gates. I hesitated, pushed them aside to take the estate in. The house still looked like it was when I last visited him. At a glance, it seemed kind of interesting with its size. I thought if I came closer, I was clear there was more to it than that. This house still looked like it was when I last visited him. A glance seemed kind of intense inside, though. I came closer, it was that there was more to it than that. What does she mean by that? Let's think. The brick wall were framed by certain lovely flowers, giving a homey and welcome look, but contrast tall doors in the house gave me a feeling of dread. Who knew what was waiting for me? But I won't back down at the moment. I took out the key in front of the door and unlocked them. Well, might as well make myself at home. I'll be staying here for quite a while. That's when I saw the bed. And we're gonna save. Yes, guys, you have to wait and see. I'm leaving you on a cliffhanger. Sorry, guys. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you again soon. Teddy Bear Fun out.